First is 6 3-minute rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the black and gold spangled shorts at the weighing heat scale, 10 stone, 5 pounds 4 ounces, presenting Fonz Alexander. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the white and gold coloured shorts at the weighing heat scale, 10 stone, 3 pounds 8 ounces. His perfect, unblemished, pure record this evening consists of 8 contests, 8 wins. One of those wins coming by way of knockouts, presenting from Liverpool, the undefeated Willis. Time, give the bell. Phil Morris, Jamie Kirkpatrick is in charge of the action. 6 3-minute rounds.
Okay. People, just keep the punches up, watch your heads in close. Obey my commands at all times, defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, good luck to you both.
Here we go then. Obviously you see Luke day in, day out. How's he been looking at the gym for this one?
Round one.
Yeah, good. As ever, he's always training hard and he's looking sharp. So, I think he was a little bit gutted and felt a little bit aggrieved that he hasn't been put onto a big show. Because hopefully we had a few things in the pipeline, but you know it is what it is. And, you know he's getting on with it and got a little job to do tonight. So I think he'll be just doing good that he's staying busy and keeping ticking over. And you know hopefully a big fight will come for him in the new year.
And you mentioned that. You know, Fonz, he has knocked a few people out. 6 wins so far, 4 of them have come by stoppage, so you've certainly got to be wary of his power that he has. But Luke started really well here.
One thing I did say to Luke, I think Fonz won't really like his southpaw stance, so I think I was switching when I was boxing Fonz, and I found myself more comfortable that way, so stayed that way more so.
He certainly listened to you early on anyway. Makes a change.
Ooh, lovely shot.
Yeah, that fight last time out against Des Newton, he looked brilliant in there throughout, but it was a big test to take on after having such a long time out through injury.
Yeah, I know, definitely. Newton came to win, didn't he? He was 7-1. Only being beat by Henry James, who's a tough night for anyone. So you know he was always going to be there, and he fought on till the end. Credit to him, he took some big shots off Luke, and his face was bashed up, but he was still in there. And, you know it was a great fight and good rounds under Luke's belt.
Yeah, it was a tough 8 rounds that Luke had to. He dominated them, but he certainly made to think about things. You know, Fonz is making him think about it in there as well. Nice straight shot to the body for Luke.
I think.
Luke's one of these fighters, he doesn't waste a lot of his shots. No, he lands with the majority of the shots that he throws.
Yeah, he's very sharp. Lee Hogan loves him, doesn't he? Lee Hogan calls him the Scouse Lomachenko. when them two get together for an interview, run out of film in the camera.
That's with most people though, isn't it?
Oh, more so with Luke. You see an interview with Luke Willis, I just see it 20 minutes and I only watched 2 of it.
Fonz has certainly come out with a lot of intent in this opener. Now Luke's done well just to put him back in his place early on.
Yeah. I think like I was saying before with Matty Rennie's fight, I think Luke needs to go downstairs. I think he's very tough Fonz, so I think you'll hurt him more so to the body.
Yeah, and he landed a few straight shots to the body in that opener. Looked really good doing it. This one's scheduled for 6. Oh, and Luke half jokingly, half seriously called out Mashadod after the last one, and that would be a great fight if it could get made down the line if they both keep winning.
Yeah, I think Luke's just desperate for a big fight, and you know he sees what what Masha's done. You know, Masha's had a great career so far, and I think Luke's just seen it as a way up, really, a little leg up into the big league, because you know Masha's where he is, and it's one of them. If it makes sense for both of them, it's a good fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll certainly be an exciting one. It'll be a difficult one to choose. The freshness of Willis or the experience of Masha. Both got to keep winning though, and Luke's got to get the job done in there tonight, otherwise all those plans get derailed.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I called Masha out as well myself after it. Everyone else was calling him out, so I was like, you're next, Mash. But I was only joking.
Yeah,
not a chance I'd get to lightweight.
He's commentating with him that night and I don't think he knew what to say.
I think he might have thought I was serious.
Yeah, you never know. Catch weight.
Definitely not now.
Yeah, Fonz been a lot more positive than he normally is in there. There's some lovely work from Willis, picking him off there. And that's where Luke's best, isn't it? When his opponents come in forward. And
yeah.
That's why he looked so good against Des Newton last time out. It was an opponent that came to win for 8 rounds. He just picked him off at will.
Yeah. He's a lovely counter-puncher, Luke, but he's got it in him as well to put it on you and show how strong he is for the size. He is very strong in there, wiry.
Nice left hook from Fonz landing.
Yeah, a little bit of completion from Luke, but I think it woke him up a little bit. I think he realised there.
He's really effective, isn't he, Luke, when he's picking his shots? He doesn't waste a lot. We've said that a lot tonight, but he really does pick his shots well.
He's trying to bring Fonz on a little bit here and bring him onto something. Good tactics.
Yeah, and Fonz is certainly an opponent that will give you openings, give you things to counter, and Luke's done that so far nicely. Been nice and patient as well.
I think that hurts him.
You can see Danny in the corner then, just calling Luke to keep Fonz with his back to the ropes, and he did that nicely. He didn't take a step back like most fighters usually do. He came back with a second phase there, which is good.
Yeah, good start to the fight. I think that streak's working lovely. Stopping Fonz in his tracks.
Yeah, and that straight shot to the body's there when Fonz has got his back to the ropes.
Yeah, he's got his elbows up quite high. And sort of asking for the body shot, isn't he? He doesn't want to get hit to the head.
Yeah, and I'm sure Luke will pick up on that at some point during this contest. Another round in the bank for Luke Willis. And he's looked pretty comfortable in there, despite moments where Fonz has had success. He has looked comfortable.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
Now, after this one, Sean Cairns and Brett Fido, and Brett Fido, someone that upset one of your gym mates last time out, and he's on a bit of a purple patch. Had a few wins in a row. It'd be a tough night for Sean Cairns, that, won't it?
Yeah, he's right up for it. Brett Fido, he's one of them journeymen that comes to win, isn't he? He'll give anyone a tough night, and I think Marcel Braithwaite I think he just switched off a bit last time out. He's already beaten before. Don't think things were going that great for him in camp, but I think that's all. It's all in the past now, and he's going to move on from that. But yeah, Brett Fido, it's going to be a good fight, but I think Sean Cairns will be a little bit clever for him, a little bit long as a southpaw as well.
Fonz charging out of the corner then, and Luke just countered with a right hook.
Yeah, he's having a bit of a go here, Fonz.
What we talked about though, Luke's so good when his opponent comes and has a go. It plays into his hands a little bit what Fonz is doing at the moment. Luke just looking outside the ring, Fonz misses that left hook. Billy Joe Saunders-esque.
And he likes to try that in sparring.
I hope you whack him when he does.
Yeah, he doesn't try with me. I hit a bit hard.
He's just feinting, waiting for Fonz to lead off with something so he can counter it.
Yeah, it's clever.
It's nice and patient, this from Willis. Not getting drawn into anything.
Boxing well. So he's drawing a feint. Just never through that counter.
Yeah, and he's certainly ready for that step up now, isn't he? You can see it in there. I'm sure you see it in the gym as well. He's certainly one of these fighters that have served their apprenticeship now and ready to be let off the leash a little bit.
Definitely, yeah. And it's one of them things. He's so confident in his ability as well. Yeah, he's mad that he's called everyone out. Smasher, Scott Cardle, Lewis Ritson even got a mention. Joe Cordina, but you know because he's so strong in his beliefs and he believes you can beat anyone on his day. I think people will start believing, and when he has these big fights, it's down to him then to go and show how good he is. He shows us all the time how good he is in the gym. He can be a nightmare to spar. So I think he's definitely ready for big fights. I think when he gets his big chance, he'll definitely take it. Lovely shot.
Yeah, he picks that shot so nicely after feinting. Yeah, Luke's feints are good as well. You don't know whether he's throwing or he's feinting with them. Which is exactly what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, and obviously he's a class above Fonz, but Fonz is still in there. He's giving him a decent test. Good night's work, clearly.
Yeah, and he's just started to put Fonz back in his shell a little bit, take that little bit of ambition out of him that he had in the first couple. Been a good round this third.
Three rounds up.
You know Danny in that corner more than anyone. What will he be saying now to Luke?
I think he'll just be telling him to keep doing what he's doing. I don't think he's really done anything wrong. I think he'll probably just, as I said, just keep doing what you're doing. Just stay switched on. That'll be the main points that he'll be getting across, because what he's doing's working. I think he just can't get sloppy and try and get a bit gung-ho, trying to force a stoppage and don't want to get tagged. I don't think Fonz will hurt him, but it just doesn't look good, does it?
Yeah, he certainly seems nice and relaxed in that corner. You're talking to Danny.
Corners, 10 seconds.
After being out with that injury, was there any thought of getting him a 4-rounder or a 6 against one of these journeymen that have had 100 or so fights? Or was Luke demanding that he was in with a tough fight?
Yeah, I think he was just banging on Steve Wood's door, just saying, listen, I want a decent fight. I want a fight I can get up for. People want to see you in good fights, don't they? There's only so many 4-rounders people want to come and watch. So it's about building up a little bit of momentum and getting in big fights, stepping it up each time, and before you know it, he's got a big following and he's fighting on big shows all the time. I think he's definitely got the talent. He just needs a little break and big show that these big promoters what he's about and what he can do, and then it'll come then.
Yeah, and it's all just about taking that opportunity when it does come.
Lovely.
Fonz turn to play Billy Joe Saunders in there.
Fonz done a little pirouette, didn't he?
It's the second one we've seen tonight. Mike Mackay did one earlier.
He just threw an absolute windmill, didn't he? As took him right round. Think if that had got Luke, it'd have been a good night. Closer to getting me though. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, and Luke's footwork's underrated as well, isn't it? He gets out of danger very quickly.
His footwork's it is a nightmare. I can see why Lee Hogan refers to him as the Scouse Lomachenko's. 1 minute he's there, next minute he's behind you, hitting you in the back of the head. Loves that one. Not too sure on his footy socks tonight though. Gonna have to give him. We do actually give him stick in the gym about these. Comes in thinking the boss, and they're not taking off yet. You won't see me and them in my next fight anyway.
Seems to be getting worse as well. Sock choice.
I think Danny will be telling them off for showboat in the corner next.
Nice work with that right hook. He looks really good when he throws that jab. Just leads off the jab and then puts combinations together.
Yeah, his hands are rapid when he puts them together. It's good work.
Craig Brogan on the Facebook stream asking if he's got shin pads on under them socks.
I think that's Brogan's cousin there. I think that's another person he's called, Al Brogan. No, yeah, I don't think he has there. Brogan's one of our former teammates and go back years, but I think it was just one of them fights that could have been made because obviously the same weight, and Brogan's just won a Central Area title. I think Steve's actually thinking about putting the winner of Colin Day versus Tom McGuinness in with Steve Brogan.
Yeah, that'll certainly be another big fight. Another local derby round here. They're the kind of fights we want now on the VIP shows. We've got a big fight tonight as the main event, and we mentioned earlier on commentary before you came on, the winner of that really gets catapulted up the rankings, and if it is the case that he gets a shot at the Central Area title, it'll be thoroughly deserved for the winner tonight. Yeah,
it's a good fight, isn't it? This top of the bill. It's a mad one because it's not really for anything, is it? It's not like an eliminator. It's just an 8-round fight between two local lads who are putting the records on the line. So credit to both of them. They're both stepping up and both putting an undefeated record. Well, sorry, Coventry actually being beat, hasn't he? But they're both in there with good kids.
Yeah, and we'll see it later on this year, the Jolly Boy Show, Adam Ridge and Joe Eco. Very similar fight, that one's over 6 rounds, both 4-0. There's nothing on the line for that, but it certainly enhances your reputation if you get the win tonight, and the doors will start to open. And they're the kind of fights that Luke wants.
Yeah, we've done a bit of sparring with Joe Eco as well. He's a good kid. Just recently moved trainers to the Kelvin Travis, and yeah, I think he was down a few weeks ago sparring in our gym. I don't really know too much about Adam Ridge, but I know Joe will be a tough fight for anyone.
Yeah, Adam trains at VIP Acid Gym in the evenings with the amateurs, and he's looked good moving to 4-0. Really competitive fight, that one.
That's it. I think about boxing now, everything's about keeping your undefeated record, and I think people are starting to realise it's not the end of the world when you get beat. Take one loss against a good fighter. It doesn't write you off. There's loads of people who've been beaten, come back stronger. You only have to look at Rocky Fielding, beat by Callum Smith in a massive fight, and look at him now. He's a world champion and fighting one of the biggest names in boxing.
Yeah, and often it creates more opportunities for you as well. As strange as it sounds, some fighters, when they do lose, the doors seem to open after that.
Yeah, of course. I think only have to look at Masha. Masha, got beat by Scott Cardle. He's been in there now with Joe Cordina as well. Loads of people are willing to take the fight now, try and use it as a bit of a stepping stone. But I think he's a good example of that. I think, as you said before, the Fonz is not coming forward as much now, as he doesn't really want to gamble anything. He's happy to get the rest of the fight under his belt.
Yeah, I noticed it at the end of the last round. He's got a cut over his left eye as well.
Do you know what I seen like he looked like he had a bit of a scar there when he was close to our corner. It must have opened up.
Yeah, I think it's caused by a punch. I'm not sure. There has been a head clash so far.
No, I don't think there's been no heads going in. It's been quite a clean fight and not much holding going on. Luke's boxing well.
Yeah, referees had very little to do so far. Yeah, like we said earlier, Fonz came out with a lot of ambition in the first two, but you've got to put these guys back into place early on, and Luke certainly did that. And he's made his night a lot easier for doing that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Still nice and relaxed in that corner. The referee just having another look at that cut over the eye. I think he's happy with it.
Yeah, he's only got 3 minutes to go, hasn't he? He'll last that.
Yeah, just confirming what we said. The referee confirming that the cut was caused by a punch, just as we thought. So, Luke will be happy with that performance so far, won't he?
Yeah, definitely. Another 6 round under his belt. He hasn't done anything wrong. So, you know, can only be happy. Another bout since his injury. You know, getting up a bit of speed now and pushing on to the big 2019.
Yeah, and he's turned a potentially difficult night into a relatively easy one.
Yeah, he's never looked phased, has he? He's been in complete control. Hasn't really took many licks, so.
There's that left hook again from Fonz. That's the shot he's been looking for. It's the only real shot he's been throwing, that big left hook. You know, and Luke picked on that early on. You can see
the shot.
He's got such quick hands in combinations as well, Luke.
Yeah, I think that's one of his best attributes. While he's only stopped one opponent, he punches a lot harder than what his record suggests. And I think that's down to his speed and how sharp he is.
Yeah, you can see he's cruising in there now as well. Really enjoying himself. I know we keep mentioning it, but he's certainly ready for a step up now.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's gonna come, isn't it? Especially the way Steve's putting in, you know, his own fighters with each other. There's plenty of lightweights out there that Steve's got who he could be going in with.
Nice work behind that jab again. He's certainly not switched off in this last round, even though the job's almost done. It's over a minute left to go.
Yeah, he's bossed this round as well. Hasn't took nothing there either. Tucked up well.
Nice shot again and lead backhand from that southpaw stance.
Good to see him throwing that backhand as well, like with intent, and you know, after his injury, which put him on for a while. There was always going to be a bit of nerves throwing that left hand, and you know, it hasn't bothered him.
Yeah, it's always a big sign, isn't it, getting that confidence back after having, you know, injuries, and he certainly looks comfortable with that backhand now. He's throwing it with a lot of intent.
Yeah, last 30 seconds coming up for Luke. Another good win. Yeah. Still undefeated.
Barring anything very dramatic. Luke's certainly got the job done there, won every single round. And he looked impressive doing so. There we have it then. Certainly job done for Luke Willis. He impressed last time out and he's impressed again tonight. And we'll certainly see him stepping up as we go into the new year. Fonz will be pretty happy with his night's work as well. Got a little nick over the eye.
Yeah, that'll put him out 28 days straight away, is a little cut.
Not a bad time to do it coming towards Christmas though, if you're going to do it at any point.
Yeah.
So the shows do dry up a little bit in January.
Yeah, I don't know what I think to be fighting in January. February's bad enough.
Yeah. Michael Passer's got the scorecards, and pretty sure we know who's won anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 hard-fought rounds of boxing, referee Jamie Kirkpatrick has scored the contest 60 points to 54 points for your winner. Now undefeated in 9 professional contests from Liverpool, Luke Willis. Your appreciation, please. A fine effort from Fonz, Alexander.
Exactly as we thought. Willis cruised into a points victory in that.